You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for July 7th through the 18th. Lulu is going to go absolutely ballistic, and Sidwell is getting grilled. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please click that subscribe button. Let's dive right in. Monday, July 7th, we are going to have more with Marco and Lucas. They're talking next week at GH as Marco is clinging sadly to his mother Natalia's belongings after her overdose death, and I'm interested to see if he's going through her phone and looking at text messages besides the ones he couldn't understand that she sent him. And he may still suspect that Sonny could be behind her death because she was going to testify against him, and Marco had been working with DA Turner. And I'm very curious to see if Marcus is going to talk to the DA and, press for a closer look at Natalia's death. Sonny tells Laura there may be a way to contain the damage. And I think this is just what a bad look it is, that a pub that he owns and that his daughter is running, Charlie's Pub, was firebombed. And it looks like he is bringing nothing but mob violence to the city. And of course, Selena Wu was set up to keep Sidwell looking clean. There's the big referendum vote coming. So this is bad. Sasha makes a horrific discovery, and this may be about more weirdness with baby Daisy, or it could be something about the pub. Rocco wants Lulu to tell him about Britt Westbourne, and Lulu kind of panics and tells Rocco that she needs to call Dante for them to have this conversation, but Rocco's not going to wait. Looks like he demands answers right then and there, and he suspects Britt may be his real mother, not Lulu. Now, if it turns out that way, that's a huge retcon, a big rewrite of history, but, General Hospital has been doing more things like that lately, so never say never. Anna interrogates Sidwell. She's giving him the 3rd degree, and it could be about Charlie's Pub. Of course, he nicely set up Selena Wu, who has fled Port Charles. It could be about Natalia's overdose. But Sidwell's also telling Anna to go to Sonny, the local mob boss, for any answers that she needs. Brook Lynn and Cody clear the air between them, and Brook Lynn's telling him that somebody has to be the bigger person, so it's got to be about her and Lulu and what is obviously an escalating situation. He may hear that Rocco found the birth certificate because Cody has been involved with the boys and, knows them real well. Lulu is on the warpath on Monday. I'm betting fresh off that conversation with Rocco that she is going to make a beeline for Brook Lynn and vent her frustrations on her. Gio tries to see things differently. Tracy has warned him about Sonny, and now Gio's talking to Carly, who is his boss, but it looks like she's actually frank with Gio and admits, yes, there's complicated things about Sonny, and, this is not an easy thing. And I think if Carly is honest, that it's going to give the things that Tracy said to Gio some validity. Plus, Jocelyn tells Vaughn that things aren't working out and they are done. Now, mind you, they just had a real kiss. So I believe this breakup is something that's performative to either throw Emma off their tracks or possibly Dalton or possibly both. On Tuesday, July 8th, we've got Alexis impressed by someone, and I think it might be Marco because he did save Christina's life because she's too dumb to figure out where the back door is, where there's no fire. She stood there looking around until there finally was some fire. That was, I don't know if you guys have been on Soap social media, but the memes about how dumb Christina is are just crazy. Plus, she said it was a gas leak, as if a gas leak is actual gas, like gasoline, and not natural gas. Portia and Elizabeth do some catching up. They've both got news to spill. Cody makes his next move, and this looks like in the Seduce Eva plan. Mac is busy doing some matchmaking. It looks like he's trying to fix up his son Cody with Molly. Mac and Felicia are talking to Molly at the cop shop. And, this may be Mac just genuinely wanting to see Cody with a nice girl, or it could be that Mac saw Cody near Ava and is panicking and wants to put him with a nicer girl. Nina listens as Ava unburdens herself, possibly about Cody and their chemistry, and also Rick lying and hanging out with Liz, which Nina warned her he's horribly selfish. Plus, Brook Lynn is confronted and gets quite defensive, and it's going to be about Rocco. Lots of people are going to have some things to say, obviously Lulu, but probably also Dante, maybe even Gio. Wednesday, July 9th, Lucas asks Carly for a favor, and it could be about the fire that happened, about Marco, because Sonny decided spontaneously that Marco's responsible because he was by there, and he and Jason have decided it's okay if Marco dies as collateral damage. So Lucas may be worried that Sonny's somehow going to hurt his boyfriend, which is valid. Michael comforts someone. It could be Sasha after what's going on with Daisy or about the fire, or it could even be his son Wiley, who is upset about not being able to see his mom Willow. Curtis gets an update from Felicia about the search for Jacinda the prostitute, and Drew wants Willow to be more careful. And this could be about her violating the court order on visitation with Wiley, since she was talking to him at the Metro Court pool. And Drew may be advising Willow, just play it safe, be patient, we're going to get married, we can go back into court and fight the judge's ruling. Plus, the firebombing at Charlie's pub is probably going to help their case. And Elizabeth gets an invitation from Rick. Maybe it's a dinner date. Maybe he's going to bring her to Ava's exhibition opening at the gallery. That would go over like a lead balloon. Thursday, July 10th, Curtis gets some info from Kai. I wonder if he's going to tell Curtis he blabbed the plot. Michael has some terms and conditions, and this might be for Willow to visit, or it might be something to do with Sasha. Jordan doubts what Portia says, which is pretty standard. And Drew gets leverage over an enemy, and this could mean that he has found Jacinda. On Friday the 11th, Rocco makes a big move. Chase gets a warning from Tracy, and Lulu and Laura discuss the escalating family drama while Trina is absolutely angry and outraged, and Anna comforts Emma. July 14th through the 18th, we're going to have Curtis doing some damage control. Lulu is out for revenge. This is going to get ugly if they don't de-escalate, which I doubt they will. Trina makes a big decision, and Portia is fighting even harder to hang on to her marriage, while Jocelyn struggles to keep up appearance. And of course, Kelly Thiebaud is back soon, but we're still waiting to see who she's going to play. But with all the talk about Britt, feels like it's got to be somebody who's at least Britt adjacent, right? We'll see.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.